All right, we are leaving Seabeck, and we will know in a mile or so if the road is open. Oh, I should stop and map it if it is somewhere. I think I could find the way. Yeah, I'll pull over if the road's open somewhere and make sure I'm... At one point you got to make the correct turn. I see a school bus going south, so that's a good sign. And we are driving south now. This will be a good test of how the back tail is doing, stopping the glare. It looks like I see road work ahead, but I don't see a road closed sign anymore. So we might be all right. That would be awesome. This bridge is what got washed out. There's some massive erosion on the bank, and it looks like a fairly new bridge. I think that was the road closure over the winter. So it looks like I'm showing something on the bottom left corner, a glare, when the sun is shining straight, and it's not horrible. I don't even know if it'll show up much in the, unless you're watching on TV. I'm just trying to get it perfect though. So it gets pretty desolate going south on this road. You're basically in logging country in a bit. Like, there's not many houses. But these are the back roads of southern Kitsap County. And I'm going only 35, 40, so probably don't need to talk so loud. I'm used to, because of the road noise, going 60. But that worked out good yesterday. I think the audio was pretty good, and the picture turned out good. Yeah, I'm debating whether I want to tip the camera up more or not. They have a post office way out here. So there's a nature preserve south of Seabeck State, or not Seabeck, I keep saying Seabeck, Scenic Beach State Park, that we want to go hike at sometime, and we'll get a video of that. Looks pretty neat. hike down to the sound, and then there's a bunch of trails in the woods. Try to get some dust off the window. Yeah, it looks like what I'm seeing is the sun rays causing a glare on the extreme bottom left. So I don't think there's anything I can do about that. It's actually coming in the window, not, you know, shining off of something in the car. Wow, we're up to 50 miles an hour. So that road going left was to Bremerton. I'm not really sure where that road goes out, where it enters Bremerton at. I want to say it's near the cemetery and the big grocery store there, the Winco, in that area. Don't know for sure. So the only time I've done this road from this direction, there were no cars on it once I get into the isolated part. And that was the day our Sprinter had the wheel speed sensor failure. Luckily it didn't disable me, because I don't think I had cell phone reception. Some type of material. I could do the towel, but cut it out so it's the proper shape to lie completely flat on the entire dash. I could do that with this towel, basically trace an outline and then cut it to fit perfectly. I had to kind of fold it up since it was so wide. But then the edges there are kind of sticking up at the corners. So if you keep going south on this road, if I remember right, you'll get to a split and then it'll go to Holly and then it dead ends. And that's where I want to go left and then keep winding my way south. I think Holly is just an unincorporated town on the peninsula here. I don't think there's much or anything there really, except some houses. It's definitely isolated. Oh wow, I just went by a house. They had about 20 above ground horse troughs that they're using for gardening. I kind of want to do that. They're expensive though. Those horse troughs are $150, $200 for each one. Wow, you can see the Olympic Mountains straight in front of the road sticking out. A lot of snow. Looks like I lost cell phone reception. We are officially in the boonies. The Backroads of Kitsap County. And there's no more houses. There's lots of swamps in the forest, it looks like, because the water doesn't necessarily drain out of all of these areas, and lots of trees. I always wondered, when we moved here, I looked at Google Maps and I looked at houses for sale, and I always wondered, why are there no houses for sale out here? Well, there's no houses out here is why. It's so remote and natural still. I could see in the on the screen of the GoPro, the picture looks super clear because they're it's not focusing on anything in the car anymore. It's strictly out the window. I don't know if that's true or if it just sounds right when I say that, but I do think the picture looks better when there's no hood of the car in it. Because it's not trying to focus on the hood, plus, you know, stuff in the distance. I'm gonna have to try and figure out the truck if there's any way I could, you know, get it closer, or maybe get a better suction mount for the hood of the truck, and then tie something to the camera in case it were to fall off, so I wouldn't lose the camera at least. You know, it might just flop around on the hood. That's my main concern about putting it outside. You know, they're $300 to $400 GoPros. I would hate to have it go flying outside of a car. But I know Traveling Robert puts his on his trailer that he tows, and I don't think he's ever lost it. And it does make really nice pictures. Road machinery, next mile. So to the right is a little old spur, an old road. I should go down it sometime, but I don't know how maintained it is anymore. It's very twisty and windy, the sign said. I think it's only a mile long too. Looks like they're trimming brush or something along the road. I see the tractor up ahead. Yep, he's brush cutting. Those things are neat. I mean, they'll cut through anything. So here's the road where it came out at the bottom, that windy, twisty road. Oh, it is so neat back in here. Love it. This is the true Kitsap Peninsula. This is what it all looked like before people came. Tons of ferns over there. I love the ferns. I'm really excited about spring and hiking. It's gonna be a good year. saw the COVID levels are back to about October 23rd of last year. And I hope they don't start going up again. It looks like it's kind of plateaued. It'd be fine if it stayed at that level for a while and then went down. I just hope we don't have another peak. I brought, so I have my work gloves. Instead of using disposable gloves, I got my work gloves when I get gas. That's what I wear now. So I'm not throwing away disposable gloves all the time. Because I still don't want to touch the gas pump handle, nozzle, or touch the machine, you know, when you pay with your credit card. Oh, we got some more houses now, finally. Oh, wow. I think I went the wrong way. I sure did. I missed my turn. Oh, this is Holly. I thought it didn't look right. Alright, so we need to go right. Next time I can go right. I think I need to... I think it was just right up here. I'm surprised I wasn't. I must not have been paying attention. Let me pull over right here. Actually, not right there. That's not a good spot. Oh, it was at the... So at the bottom of that hill, when I crossed the creek, there should have been a left turn there that I must have just missed. It doesn't look like much of a road when you first get on it, and I wonder if that's why I missed it. At some point, it doesn't even have middle lines painted in the road when you're driving. Well, at least you got to see Holly, Washington. I was thinking, I was like, I don't remember seeing this. Then I saw the dead end sign. Wow, they got a giant excavator on the hillside over there. Oh, this is it right here. Dewato Road is where I wanted to turn, and there's no sign here. Pretty sure this is it. Yeah, see how its speed limit goes down to 25, and there's no line in the road anymore. But this is the only through road to southern Kitsap County. Dewato Road. First time I drove on this was in the winter, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's when you get on these back roads and don't know where you're going, you kind of hope you don't get lost or break down. I mean, I'm sure the people are nice and everything, but it's not like driving on the highway for sure. Yeah, I remember this road now. So see how there's no center lines. And we're gonna go past a bunch of logging areas eventually. But that's why I wanted to drive on this road and show you what it looked like. This is a true back road. It's not creepy though, like the Forest Service road by Squim. One of my viewers commented how the Forest Service up there, they did shut down a bunch of roads because people were causing troubles. You know, probably vandalism and dumping and, you know, doing illegal stuff. So that's too bad. Fortunately though, when you don't have people around, some people take advantage of that. I'm sure there was illegal hunting, maybe. Who knows what it was? They didn't say. But I want to go back up there when it dries out with the truck and definitely explore all those roads that I can. And I won't have to worry about getting stuck. I should look at getting a winch. That would be kind of nice in case I were to get stuck. Put a winch on that truck with the bull guard. That would be kind of fun. Oh, the views of the mountains there were awesome on the right where they had clear cut the trees. This reminds me of driving in the mountains, you know, of Colorado or something. How desolate it looks, but yet we're 10 miles away from Bremerton or Port Orchard, you know, to the east. There's just no cars on this road. There might be a couple houses in like a 10-mile length of it. It's fun in a smart car, I will say that. So we're actually going to drive along the northern shore of the canal back to Belfair. I will film that too, actually. I didn't even think of that until now. It's not as nice as the southern side, but it'll give you another perspective. So, I don't know what the speed limit is here. I'm doing 40. That feels safe. So I can basically go 320 miles in this car. That's 8 gallons of gas. And what would that cost? That's like today's prices, like 24 bucks. So that ain't bad. So Washington, they want to raise the gas tax, and that's fine, you know. I want good roads. I understand some people don't want it, and that's fine too, you know. Everyone has their opinion, and I'm not going to get mad at anyone. But if they do raise it, it will be the highest in the country. And a lot of it is going towards, or I shouldn't say a lot, I should say some of it is going towards fixing the stream, river, creek crossings, so salmon don't have to go through culverts. I want to say that that's like a $2.5 billion part of it. And that's fine, you know. I mean, not only does it help the salmon, but that also helps the river from flooding, because it doesn't get backed up so much and do damage then. You know, to have better flow when it rains a lot. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. I don't think Washington roads are the worst, and I don't think they're the best. I think they're, you know, I think they're average, honestly. I don't really complain much about them. Of course, we don't, you know, live in the big city, and we don't drive on the freeway a lot. Yesterday I was complaining when I hit that rough railroad track. But other than that, you know, it's not bad. But I'm going to try and be quiet now and let you watch the scenery. Definitely apologize if I talk too much. My wife says she likes that I do YouTube videos because I get to talk to people on YouTube. After her working all day, she doesn't want to necessarily hear me talking all the time, which I understand. She listens to people talk for 10 hours a day in her work. 25 miles an hour now. Oh, we're back to the center line, so we're getting into civilization a little more. It is a pretty drive. It'd be a fun motorcycle drive. I guess a lot of Kitsap County land that's not developed is owned by timber companies. I did not know that when we first moved here. I never thought of Kitsap County as a big timber industry area, but it's got a lot of trees. have cell phone coverage or cable. I can't imagine. Guess you have your satellite dish. Definitely quiet, I bet, at night. I mean, we're basically 5, 6, 7, 8 miles from anything in both directions. You know, whether you're going south or the way I came from. And to actually get to a grocery store, you're even farther away. That's the first car I've seen. They need to get on their side of the road. This car corners really well, unlike the RV. Like the RV, when you see a yellow sign, speed limit, you slow down to that speed limit to feel comfortable. This car, you don't have to. I could pretty much keep going the speed limit of the road and not that, you know, corner, and it's fine. You feel safe. Even right here, I'm going 35. Like this corner is 35, I can probably do 40 around it, but, you know, if I want to. I really wish they would still make this car. I mean, the gas smart cars they're really great cars. I mean, I honestly don't know anyone that has one that hates them. Even Nomadic Fanatic, he's another YouTube, he has one and he loves it. He loves his smart car. And before that, he had motorcycles, you know, that he would take out. And now he's a smart car fan. It just shows you how good they are. I guess that's the new thing. RVers are finding out that a smart car tow is the new thing because they're so small and they're inexpensive. There's a lot of work you have to do to install the towing equipment in the car and get it ready to tow. And then when you do tow it, there's like a 5-step process you have to do, like put it in neutral, and then you have to have a battery disconnect installed. So there's a bunch of stuff you have to do, but once you get it set up and learn the process, I guess it's just really easy to tow because they only weigh like 1,500 pounds maybe, if that. I wonder if they weigh, I don't know exactly how much they weigh. It's not a lot. If I had to guess, I would say it's 1,000 to 1,500 pounds, somewhere in that range. You know, half the weight of a normal car, average car. And for example, the transmission, there's one sensor in the transmission, that's it. And when that sensor goes bad, it's very easy to fix. And that's basically what controls the transmission. I was watching a video and they were explaining how it's like a manual that's automated basically, in the way it works. So you don't have a clutch, but I guess internally it has a clutch-like device thing and the way it operates. We actually have paddle shifters on this car. I don't use them, so you can actually shift when you want to. Oh, here comes 2 sports cars behind me. It looks like a Porsche, and they're like cruising down this road. I don't know what the one behind it is. I'll let them pass me. Oh, I'm gonna slow down when I get to a flat spot for a minute. Get to a junction, I need to go right. Oh, it looks like two Porsches. A white one and a black one. They're out enjoying the sun. A really neat park campground coming up, I think. It's only opened in this summer. I wish it had cell phone coverage. It would be really fun to spend days at if it did. But it's super isolated by a neat little river. I had no idea they had rivers like this on the Kitsap Peninsula until the first time I drove by it. Here. You guys can pass. Yeah, they're out rallying. Guy in the front gave me a wave. He's got a nice car there. I don't know what kind it was, but I think the one in the back is, I don't know if it's a 911. The one in the front though was a convertible. It was definitely neat. Oh, we've been trying to windshield washer. I picked some pine needles off the wipers this morning, so hopefully that helps. Alright, we must be a little farther from the park than I thought. There's some snow still. That is crazy. They don't get any sun where I am right now, I guess. Wow, the river's trying to erode that bank where the road is. It flows right into it before it turns. Hopefully they got some good rocks down there. Oh, here's the campground. Yeah, it's closed. It's always closed when I drive by. Looks like there's a truck there, someone doing work. But hopefully this summer we will at least stop there during the day. And I want to say there's a hiking trail, but I don't know for sure. I hope there is. That would be fun. It's not a big park. It's basically a little campground, and there's a day-use picnic area. So I'll probably change the battery once I get to Belfair. Oh, it's really pretty in here. Look at all the water in that creek too. It just amazes me because the drainage area is not that big, you know. The Kitsap Peninsula is not huge. It's not like we have rivers that flow for 50 miles even. I think here, if you have a river for 10 or 20 miles, that's pretty good. Most of them might be, you know, 3, 4, or 5 miles, and that's it. Little creeks and streams. Wow, look at all that snow. 41. It is kind of chilly here still. Oh, look at that view. This is a neat bay. This would be fun to have a sea kayak in. pay attention to the road here so you don't drive into the water. There's nothing stopping you. So that's a dead end going to the right there. Some houses along the water. Wow, 10 miles an hour. Coming up on my turn soon, I think. There is a way to keep going south, and you're basically on a gravel road that's super windy. We'll do that sometime with the truck. I don't want to take the smart car on it. If I remember right, it had some potholes and it was kind of rough. It was neat. It got tiring. It was so long. I wonder if that was the road right back there, or it's coming up. Oh, it might be this road coming up on the right. Yeah, that's it. It's called North Shore Road. I want to say it's like 15 miles, and it's narrow in places and just super windy, but it's right along the water. You can't really see the water much though because of all the trees. It's still fun though. I'll do it someday. It takes like half an hour to go 15 miles, I want to say. So now we pretty much follow this road until we get to a junction, and we'll go right. This video should be over in 5 or 10 minutes. I really hope that the glare isn't bad. That would be awesome, because I'm driving right into the sun now. The only way to make it better is actually cover up the air vents at the very front of the window. But I like having the defrost on low with cold air blowing out. So otherwise the GoPro actually it'll get pretty hot in the sun and from running. And I don't want to like wear it out faster by overheating it. We'll see how this looks, and if we have to modify anything, see what we can do for next time. Ooh, there's a fun dirt road. It's like I don't know if houses are down it or what. It look like a nice truck road. Pretty high elevation here. They probably had more snow than we did at our house, because our house is 200 feet elevation. This could be 400 or 500 foot in elevation. Which makes a big difference when we have lowland snow, you know, whether you get snow or rain. Driven 50 miles today so far. It's definitely a lot faster in the smart car than it was in the RV when I did this drive. Seabeck. I don't know if I will hike at Mima Mountains. It's 4 or 5 miles, I think, if you do like the whole loop. I just do a bunch of driving videos today again. And then tomorrow we will go there for sure, because I'll have all the driving videos out of the way. On the left, bunch of houses around it. Add water and people will follow in Washington. I mean, there's the whole shoreline of that lake is just lined with houses and docks, and we're in the middle of nowhere. I want to say we're probably 30 minutes from Belfair, which is your closest town with groceries or anything, you know, that you might need. Oh, here comes the junction. They got a stop sign up ahead. Alright, we are going right to Tahoya, or Tahua. And that's where we'll end this video and start the next one. Belfair is to the left. So I think we'll be in Tahua. I think it's only 5 or 10 minute drive. It's not that far. And it's right by the Hood Canal. Up to 47 degrees. Should be 50 today, low 50s. It's definitely sunnier than I expected. I don't see hardly any clouds out. These roads goes south to the Hood Canal Road, and I wonder if it was the Tahua River Road back there. I'm not sure. Whichever one it is, it looks fun. Like, I looked at it on the map. Someday I should check it out. There's a little park somewhere in there. So we'll know when we get to the end of this road, when we get to a really steep hill going down. These are the kinds of roads you want to drive the smart car like a Formula One race car, because I mean, you step on the gas and it goes, because it's so light, like, and you're so low to the ground, you feel like you're in a go-kart sometimes. Say that this car, it might only be valued at $6,000 or $7,000 now, as old as it is, which isn't a lot. You 6-7 years old for $5,000, and that's a fully loaded one. The base ones are even cheaper, supposedly, like $3 or $4,000. You know, once they're 6 or 7 years old. So you just got to be able to find one is the problem. Part of me wants to keep this, you know, and keep it running. So in 20 years, it's like a classic. And when people see it, they'll be like, wow, remember the smart cars? I think that would be neat. By then, Mercedes-Benz probably won't even work on them 20 years from now. The smart car dealerships still work on them, so that's good. I think there's only like 80 to 90 smart car dealerships in the entire country. Like, we have to go up to Seattle. I shouldn't say they're the only ones that work on them. They're the only ones for warranty, you know. You can go to any other mechanic that's comfortable working on them and they'll work on them. But I'm sure there's some garages that won't. Just because they're so different, you know, and they might not want to mess around with getting parts. Oh, here comes the hill. Yeah, so we're getting close to the Hood Canal in Tahua. This is really neat in here. I mean, look at these trees. How amazing is that? Very pretty. And steep. River Road right there, so it runs into this road. So I'm not sure what road I was thinking about, unless it branches off of that road. Wow, they're out cutting brush. The streams here are just really nice. The water is so clear. They just really amaze me how big they are, though. All right, here's our turn. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the back roads of Kitsap County. So Tahua is to the right. Oh, there's the Porsches sitting there. So we are gonna go left.